So now we are here. Finally, this movie has been released. What do I think of 28 years later? I had high expectations for this film, and absolutely, this movie exceeded my expectations in every step of the way. What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. This is OCD Movie Reviews. My name is On the Braincat, and today I'm going to review the most anticipated sequel that we've been waiting for 4 years, and now it has finally arrived. This is in my top 10 most anticipated movies of the year, and that film is 28 Years Later. This is the latest installment in this franchise. This movie is once again directed by Boyle and written by Alex Garland, two people that are involved with the first movie, and this movie stars Aaron Taylor-Johnson, Ray Fiennes, Jodie, and introducing Alfie Williams. A group of survivors of the rage virus live on a small island. When one of the group leaves the island on a mission into the mainland, he discovers secrets, wonders, and horrors that have mutated not only the infected, but other survivors. So, we have been waiting for this follow-up, I would say 17 years, But of course, this has come from a guy that loves 28 Days Later. This is one of my favorite zombie films of all time, that of course is directed by Boyle and written by Alex Garland. So cool of him returning for this film, because I think 28 Days Later is one of the best written and directed zombie films that I have ever seen. It's not just about zombies, which I would say the zombies are terrifying in that film, but it's also a great story about survival. So of course them coming back to this movie is a real treat. And yes, I have finally saw 28 Weeks Later. I know in my Blu-ray collection videos I've always said I will check out 28 Weeks Later. Finally I saw it. I think it's a very solid follow-up. Not as good as the first one obviously, but it's a very solid follow-up to the first movie. And I would say it definitely has one of the most intense opening scenes that I've seen in a zombie movie, definitely ever. But of course I was anticipating for this film because I love 28 Days Later. It's one of my favorites. So of course, with Boyle and Alex Garland coming back for this film, it's awesome, and we're getting a trilogy after this film, so this film has to be a good start up to this new trilogy. And of course the trailers really do impress me. The trailers look absolutely intense. I would absolutely say these are the best trailers that I have seen this year. The trailers really built the hype up. Especially that this film is actually filmed on an iPhone. I'm really interested to see how that technique comes upon. And of course I love the cast, Aaron Taylor-Johnson, Ray Fiennes, Jodie, great actors involved in this movie. So now we are here. Finally, this movie has been released. What do I think of 28 Years Later? I had high expectations for this film, and absolutely, this movie exceeded my expectations in every step of the way. I had a total blast with 28 Years Later. This is another great film in this franchise. It's so good being back in the world of the rage virus, in a world that you don't want to be in, but you feel so immersed. I felt so immersed in the first movie, and I'm back again with this film. I just gotta say, the cinematography of this film is really well done. Boyle knows how to direct a movie, and definitely with the iPhone, it adds a bit of a uniqueness to the film. This is a great looking film, especially seeing it on the big screen. The cinematography is really well done in the film. And of course we get a lot of quick cuts like Boyle does with 28 Days Later, which is very nostalgic for me, and it's so good to bring it all back to this film. Absolutely, Boyle has done it again with the direction throughout the film. But let's also talk about the cast in this film, because the cast in this film is great in the film. From Aaron Taylor-Johnson, which I think he does a really great job in this film, and I think his chemistry with Spike in this film is really well done, which we'll get back to Spike later. Also, Ray Fiennes is great in this film as well. He has a really great appearance in the film. And also, he has a great standout in the film. And of course, Jodie is great in this film as well. This is definitely her best performance that I've seen her in a while. She is really strong in this film. She's very heartfelt in this film. There are a lot of emotional materials with her character in the film, and I thought Jodie does a great job in this film. But out of the three actors, honestly, we have a standout in this film, and it's a standout that I did not expect, but I'm happy with it. And that is Alfie Williams as Spike in the film. Seriously, this is one of the better kid actors that I have seen in a very long time. Alfie Williams is fantastic in this film as Spike. I don't know if it's his first movie or not, but seriously, if it was his first movie, This is a great acting debut by this kid. He is a complete standout in this film. He's definitely the emotional material in the film. He is the heart of this film. And I would say, yeah, he is the main character of this film. You follow him along in this film. This is a great coming-of-age survival drama, especially with this kid. And seeing from his perspective of the world of the rage virus and its post-apocalyptic world, and I just thought Alfie Williams has a very strong charisma in the film, and I think his performance really lands on the right foot here. He's definitely standing out of the three actors. A kid actor. It's just amazing. This is one of the best kid actors that I have seen in a very long time. Alfie Williams, I cannot wait to see him more, and I can't wait to see Spike's character throughout the rest of this trilogy. Of course, let's talk about the action scenes of this film, the zombie scenes. Yes, the prosthetics and the makeup on these zombies look fantastic in this film. It's like going back to the old school days where they put prosthetics on zombies, not make them CGI. It's really cool to see actual people playing zombies in the film. And I would say the extras does a really good job in the film. But the action scenes are great in the film. There's not much action scenes in the film than say 28 Weeks Later. But there are some action to be had with this film. And yes, this movie is brutal. There is a lot of violence in this film. Some violence where I'm just like, oh fuck! And it's just because of Danny Boyle's direction. He knows how to make a bloody good time, especially when it comes to the action scenes. All those quick cuts from 20 Days Later, it's bring back to this film. But like I said, this isn't really much of an action film. This is more of a survival coming-of-age drama. Actually, I would say the zombies aren't in the movie all that much. This is more about this kid learning his ways, basically learning about the mainland. And I thought that's actually a huge standout, and that's thanks to Alex Garland's screenplay. I would say Alex Garland has done it again with this screenplay. This screenplay is really well done in this film. Every single scene in this film, I was so immersed within the story of this film. Yes, it's a film about the rage virus. It is a film about the zombies, but it's also about this kid learning the ways of survival. And it's just really effective in this film, and it's really well handled. Alex Garland knows how to write a zombie movie right. He did it with 28 Days Later. He has done it again with 28 Years Later. It's definitely never changed. He still has that spark in him. Yes, this movie is intense. It's horrific. It's thrilling. But also, surprisingly, this movie is more emotional than I was expecting. This is definitely the most emotional out of the trilogy that we've seen. There's actually scenes that I actually did tear up in this movie, because there are some bits in the movie that is actually really fucked up that actually did tear up. Yes, I cried during a zombie movie. I haven't cried during a zombie movie, I would say, since Train to Busan, which I'll never watch that movie again. That movie is too sad for me. But yeah, I cried during another zombie film because of Alex Garland's writing. This is definitely one of the better screenplays that I have seen this year. The direction also by Danny Boyle as a little cherry on top. He does a great job directing the film, and of course the writing of the film is fantastic. This is a great coming-of-age survival drama film with zombies that are very intimidating, very intense. There are some intense moments, there are some thrilling moments. There are a couple of humor as well, but it's definitely very impactful as well. And it's one of those movies that I cannot wait to see more. I cannot wait to see the continuation throughout this movie, because this movie gets me so immersed and curious what's going to happen next. My only big issue with the film is the ending. Now, the ending, everyone will say it's very polarizing, because the ending kind of switches the turn of the genre a little bit. It ends, of course, with a cliffhanger for part 2, and it's one of those cliffhangers where I'm just like, what the fuck just happened? But I'm giving a chance for the sequel next year, because it's one of those endings where I'm like, okay, I'm curious to see what's going to happen in the second movie, but it's one of those switcheroo endings that kind of came out of nowhere for me. But it still got me curious what is going to happen in the second movie. It definitely has to do with the story, that is for sure. So I'm really curious to see what's going to happen. But other than that, guys, overall, guys, 28 Years Later exceed my expectations in every step of the way. This is another great installment in this trilogy, and this is another one of my favorite horror films of the year, with, I would say, Bring Her Back. Danny Boyle has directed this movie very well once again. With the iPhone, it makes this movie very unique to look at, and Alex Garland's writing of the film is spot on in this film. This is a great coming-of-age drama film with, of course, some zombies, and I thought the zombies are very intense and very effective. The cast in the film is fantastic. Aaron Taylor-Johnson's great. Ralph Fiennes is great. Jodie Comer, one of her best performances. But Alfie Williams is the biggest reason you should see this movie. This is one of the better kid actors I've seen in a very long time, and I cannot wait to see Spike's journey throughout the other movies. This movie's impactful, the action is great, this movie's brutal, and this movie also has a lot of heart within it. This is definitely one of the better written zombie movies that I have seen in a very long time. I cannot wait to see more, because man, Danny Boyle and Alex Garland, you have done it again with this one. please guys, if you have not seen 28 Days Later or Weeks Later, this does feel like its own movie, so you do not have to worry. I would recommend seeing those two movies, but yes, if you have not seen those two movies, you do not have to worry. All these movies actually felt like their own movies because it's about different stories. So obviously this movie is the most different out of the three of them, but this movie is written so well and directed real well with some great casting characters, and the movie makes you so immersed from start to finish. So yes, absolutely guys, go see 28 Years Later as soon as you possibly can, because I'm going to say for 28 Years Later, absolutely 100% go see this film on the big screen. So guys, that is my review for 28 Years Later. Let me know what you think of this film in the comments below. Do you like the film, hate this film, or you feel it's okay? And what is your favourite zombie film of all time? Let me know that in the comments below. Make sure you guys follow me on social media links down below. Keep contacting with me, and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, notify for my latest movie reviews and other movie related content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a nice day.